Hi there guys, welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It's 11:59 hours on January 10th, 2019. And welcome to the Going Out of Business sale.
Come on down to Batman's Wild Sale, we got shit for you.
What kind of shit do you have, Batman?
I got clams, I got dinosaurs, I got hose things, I got everything. Come on down today. Into bondage, I got an infinite zip tie machine. Come on down.
Infinite zip tie machine?
Yeah, it was one of those seen on TV things where
Yeah.
you just got the spool. Just the spool of zip tie.
And it has like the little heads that pop.
clips
Oh.
yeah. It totally works.
That looks like a good idea and a bad plan.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a similar system for that made by like Klein for the stainless zip ties. That's pretty cool, but I don't know about that. So what you got, Batman?
I got tools. More tools, and more tools, and more tools. Because, you know,
Wow.
we don't need a million of anything anymore.
No, we don't. So, wow.
Tools. Lots and lots of tools.
We'll be back. So, what you doing there?
I'm signing the funniest waiver I've ever seen.
You're reading the entire waiver. You can keep that when you go home. Are you sure you don't feel intimidated or threatened? Like, do you need to call your dad?
No, I gotta call my dad for my
Okay.
receptionist job.
Yeah, you should call your dad. Because you could be in danger.
Of the welding and the electromagnetic radiation.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the dog.
And the dog. Vicious dog. Mackie.
How you doing? Did you make a friend? He's alright. You can hang out with him. I don't mind. So, Joey's man in the desk. Hey, do you have the stack of receipt books? Can we show people how many? Don't show names and numbers and stuff, but just lay them all out face down. Let's show people how many receipt books we've filled.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
It's 4.
5, and then we have like 6 and 7 working on today.
So we filled 5 receipt books. So that's a fair bit.
It's a lot of stuff.
And we've had I got a time lapse going for the tool section today, and we'll see how that turns out.
Thank you, sir.
So this is the going out of business sale for the Geek Group, NSI, Joey's Fun House of Midgets and Fun.
Yep.
Puppy. And Jack and I are gonna start tearing down high voltage. If you want, this weird guy can come too.
He just sort of follows me around.
I'm okay with that. So, let's get a look at what we're gonna take apart. Hey, we gotta take the speakers out of the ceiling. That'll be fun. Let's, I gotta take all those damn things down. And we got the big ladder, and we'll just march around and start packing shit up. We gotta go find some totes, though. Okay. We'll be back. I think time-lapse is working. I hope so. All right, time-lapse here. How you doing, babe?
I'm done.
So, we're packing shit up, we're moving shit, we're selling shit. This is the worst chewing gum ever. You sorting high temp or low temp, or just mixing them?
Just sorting them by size, and I'm just going to put them on the shelf.
You're like, here, hot glue. Temperatures vary.
Pretty much. Most people don't really fully understand that anyway. This one, the temperature does vary. It just says multi-temp.
Oh, well,
See,
you're cool. I know, thrilling stuff, but I'm just getting back into shooting blogs, and I'm doing it on the old camera, so I'm just trying to get everything I can. We'll be back. Okay, physics is fun, and this is just fucking cool. You gotta, come on around. Don't move this yet, it might ground out or something. You gotta work your way around, but come on around, let's get back. Oh my God.
I kind of cornered this all in really well.
Very dry.
Maybe. Oh, good.
Self-healing plastic! You gotta see this through the powers of Nikola Tesla. back up a bit, because it's... Okay, you ready? Self-healing plastic, that's the greatest thing ever. Watch this. What more could you want? Right there. See, it's the greatest thing.
I've seen people paint that stuff. No, I'm serious.
Yeah?
Forgot to pull it off metal and they painted it.
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Oh, that's gotta suck.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta find my
got a lot
entertainment
of
where I
tools.
can. We got stuff. You need stuff. Buy it all. Take it away today. And now, hot glue. It's still calm and chill for now, but we'll get mobbed in a couple hours. It's been like this every day, like it just comes in a wave of suck and just a ton of people, and the dog gets all freaked out. Hi, dog.
Hello there.
You having fun?
Lots of fun.
So Jack,
It's me.
Kevin, and I are taking speakers out of the ceiling. It's a fun time. And this time, we're really recording. I got the speakers down, thanks to Jack and Kevin's help. So, I saw the comments to yesterday's blog, and people are like freaking the hell out. Apparently you haven't been watching my live streams. I make live streams now. This is going to be a thing. In fact, it's probably going to be a rather substantial thing. And there really isn't anything I can sit on that. Fuck it. So I wanted to take a minute and sit on this turbomolecular vacuum pump and fill you guys in on some things. Jack! What you doing?
Watching you?
Watching me? Yeah. Well, you want to come here and hold a blog camera? Sure. All right. I just was looking for a spot where I could sit down because I could brace my elbow, but if you're here, this is Jack, and he is awesome. So, here, do you know how to do that? Have you watched this once or twice? Have a seat.
Don't hold the hole. Don't cover the hole.
Don't cover the holes, yeah. Thank you. So, I posted the blog of you this morning, and people freaked out because apparently a lot of people have been watching the blog but not the live stream, so they didn't know. So allow me to fill you in on a few things. First, let me tell you everything I can tell you. On December 21st, yeah, because it was the darkest day of the year, so it's solstice, December 21st. We got raided hardcore, like ultra swatted, and that was fun. As far as details on that, you're going to get to hear all of them in time, and realistically, I'm going to write a book. I know several of the staff are, and it's going to be a fun read. In fact, a professor friend of mine I talked to him yesterday, and he said that he wants to write the foreword for my book, which I think is pretty cool. As far as details on that, I respectfully decline to comment on the government's ongoing investigation. And that's exactly everything I can tell you about that. So here's all the stuff that you actually care about. As a result of that, and the nuclear PR hit that came with it, and the fact that we can't talk about it, we have been Philippendulous for years. Shut up, look it up. Just look, Philippendulous. Yes, okay. There. So we've been hanging by a thread for years, and we're broke, and we've been broke. And this isn't news to anybody. Like anybody who knows me, anybody who I could get to hold still for 5 minutes so I could beg them for money and say, dude, we're doing really cool shit and we need your help. We're broke, and we've been broke for a long time. And the PR hit from the whole raid thing was just the final straw. And we're like, we're done. Fuck this shit. And for 24 years and a half, this has been my entire life. Like this is the job I've had for my entire adult life. We started the company in 1994. And it's done. It's quite simply done. We're selling the lab because we have a giant debt to pay off, which is awesome. I'd like to thank my mortgage company for suing me blind today. I set a new record. I just got sued for just over $750,000. So yeah, which is dumb because we're gonna sell the building and the first thing that's getting paid is a mortgage, so I'm not really worried about it. But still, it's a dick move, man. Dick move. But fuck, I hate banks. Have I mentioned I hate banks? Fuck banks. This is done. We're selling a building. We're not out of business yet. It's a process. It takes time, and we have to get to 0-0. So 0 money owed, 0 money in, everything 0, and then we dissolve the company when we have like no assets. We're selling 99% of the contents of the building. About 1% the staff and I are buying and we're keeping for ourselves so that we can continue operations in a totally different thing in a very, very small scale. It will not be the Geek Group, it'll not be the NSI, it won't even be a nonprofit because I'm never doing that again. I took a vow of poverty for this job for the past, quarter of my life, and I'm going to get a paycheck. I don't know who's giving it to me, but somebody somewhere is going to give me a check, an actual check with my name on it, and I'm going to get one like every couple weeks, and it's going to be a radical new thing for me, so I'm kind of excited about that, but I'm never doing a nonprofit again, and that's going to be a big part of the book I write, talking about the truth in the nonprofit world and how a whole lot of people have just bought into a total giant wad of bullshit, because the nonprofit sector sucks, and it's shit. And I don't know how anybody would want to do this after experiencing life in that industry for a decade or 2.5. Fuck. And yeah, so we're selling the building, we're shutting everything down, we've already closed to the public. If you're a member, don't freak out, don't worry. We quit billing your credit card a while ago. We've stopped all billing. You can't even donate, and I don't want you to. We're going to be okay. It's going to suck. We're eating shit by the truckload right now. And half of the internet is just actively working to destroy my very soul. And they're doing a good job of it. But there is no money coming in. We're selling everything in a giant going out of business sale. So if you want to check that out, we're open from Monday through Friday from noon to 6 for the entire month of January. The sale ends January 31st. At which point we go into clean out and moving mode. And that'll be, because of course, if we're moving, why not do it in February in Michigan, which is the best time to move. Every time my entire life we ever move, it's always fucking February or August. We never move in May, April. We never move when the weather is nice. We always move when there's fucking blizzards or baking and nothing in between. What else do we gotta cover? So after that, then we sell the building and 0 all the debt, and anything that's left after that will, anything we don't sell has to gone through, we'll sort out absolute trash because people are going to buy just junk and that'll get scrapped. But anything that's left over, like computers, stuff like that, interesting lab gear, will get donated to worthy nonprofits and maker spaces. So if you own a maker space and are willing to come pick it up, we're not shipping, we will give you stuff when we get to the end of this. But it's going to be a month and a half, so just wait. But something to keep in mind, because I will do a call out on Facebook, and we'll do it from the NSI Facebook page or something, saying, hey, we got stuff, you need stuff, come get stuff. Have fun. And then that's it. That's my entire career gone. There haven't been any blogs because government took my camera. As part of the raid, they took my entire editing workstation, they took the entire CCC, every computer in it. They took my cell phone, just everything. So I'm shooting on the old Mark I Captain's Blog camera. My newest one was a Mark V, and currently they have the Mark VI out, and I want one bad, but we'll get there. So that's what's up. We're going to start over in a totally different way. I'm rolling my life back to 1995. I want to make cool stuff. I want to put it on the internet. I want to have fun. I want to have no filter. I want to have no fucks to give about what anybody thinks, because I don't have to run a nonprofit and I don't have to deal with advertisers and sponsors and the public. And I get to just make cool stuff and do cool engineering and have fun and inspire smart people like Jack here to maybe go get a degree in engineering and build a good life and don't run a nonprofit. And we're going to play with cool stuff like this and talk about fuses and ferroresonant coil variable transformers and just stuff. I want to do science and engineering and have fun for the first time in a long time. I want to hang out with my weirdo friends and make really cool science stuff and put it on the internet and just do what I see a hell of a lot of other people doing that I look at and know I could do it better. So yeah, we're going to do that for a while. Probably won't make any money doing it. Probably have to get a day job. I don't know what a day job's like. I have no idea what it's like to have a real job. Real job with bunny rabbit ears. I'm gonna get a real job. I have no idea. And quite honestly, I'm fucking terrified. But we'll figure it out, and it's gonna be a hell of a ride. And my Patreon's about to get a lot more videos, and you're gonna get to see me without a filter. Prepare your anus, because shit's coming. So that's what I got. Now you've been filled in. We're going to go back to work because Jack's going to pass out. I was kind of seeing how long I could get him to sit there like that, because when he sat down, he just grabbed the camera, and he's got a good grip. It's kind of like this funky biddle grip thing going on, but he sat down on one knee and kind of balanced on his butt, and Jack's about as skinny as I am, and I know that little bony ass that he's got, just like mine, by now is in fucking agony, and I just wanted to see how long I could sit here and talk, because I know I got 23 minutes in the clip. What do we got on the timer?
Just 10 minutes.
Oh shit, we got time. So let's talk about fuses. We've got here, this is a Staco Energy Products from Dayton, Ohio. This is a Variac stack, and it's a variable auto transformer. And the way this works is actually kind of interesting. You've got one continuous coil of wire all the way around here. And on the outside, which is where it gets kind of cool, some Variacs you'll see this on top, but on this one it's on the outside, is actually a wiper that I cannot move because it's on a big gear drive, but you can, this is the commutation surface, and there's a big armature, and that's this thing. And here's the thing that I want you to think about. If you look at the armature, there's a big cast counterweight right here. Have you ever seen one of these move? They're like, why the hell is there a counterweight on here? This thing isn't doing like 3,600 RPM. It's a crawl. Why is there a counterweight? I don't know. I want to know why. So somebody who works at Staco or Varian or one of the cool companies, I want to know why is there a counterweight on a Variac armature? But this is one big coil of wire. And here's where it gets cool. This is a transformer. This is a transformer that works with one coil of wire because it fakes a coil. So you've got two connections here and here at the end of the coil. And then you've got a third connection here through the commutator on the armature. So you got three wires coming out here. So if you make a connection of, let's say, in this case, 120 volts, probably 240 for one this big. Let's say 240, okay? And you connect one wire here to your line, 240 line, and one wire over on the other end to your 240, the other end, neutral. So you put 240 volts across this whole thing. Okay, cool. That's your primary winding. So this whole thing is your primary winding, and it's got 240 volts all the way around. All right. Now we're just going to jump over a lot of theory because I only got 10 minutes to explain how Variac works, and I just want to mess with Jack, and we'll do a real video on this at some point. But here's the thing to keep in mind. You've got 240 volts going in here at this end of the wire. And then you've got an inductive and capacitive, reactive, awesome load all the way around, and down on the other side you have 0 volts. So this means at any given point along here, you've got 240, 230, 220, 210, 200, volts all the way around to 0. So you take the armature, and that gives you a variable place to grab that voltage at, and you connect that to your output hot. And then you just connect your neutrals together. So with only 3 wires in and a big coil of fun here, by moving this armature around, if you put the armature all the way over here to your neutral side, you just get 0 volts. If you move the armature all the way around over here to the full side, you get 240 volts. And if you put it right in the middle, you get 110. And how cool is that? It just works, and it sounds like fucking black magic, but this actually works, and it works really well, and these things are tough as nails. If you look up the spec sheets on one of these, you can overload these by 2,000%. 2,000%, which is a fuck of a lot for very short time frames, but very short time frames is exactly what you do in, like, I don't know, Tesla coils where you're running it for like 10 seconds. You can do a lot in 10 seconds with a Tesla coil. So yeah, this is cool. And now you can stack these in parallel. So you'll see there's 3 and 3. Now usually when you see Variacs, there's either 1 or 3. In this case, 6, and in that one over there, 9. So what these do is you take these two and you hook them together with this. This is a balancing choke, and it balances the load between this one, which will take 50 amps, you can see the 50 amp fuse, and this one, which will take 50 amps, and you can hook them together, and that's why these are all bussed out. And this is set up, we added in some balancing chokes, so all of these, each one of these at 50 amps, and that's 50 amps like all day, all night, full on load. All of these are in parallel and operate as one giant variable auto transformer. So that's 1, 2, 300 amps to Jesus. And it's a fun time. So that's beefy. That's damn beefy. That's quite sexy. And it turns me on. And now, instead of this, just sitting here in the high voltage lab waiting, I got a lot of free time all of a sudden. I don't have to run a company. I get to make cool shit and put on the internet. So how's about we make some Tesla coils again? Because I want to do some engineering, I want to do some science, and I want to have some fun for the first time in a long time. I want to teach a lot of you about science and engineering and not have to do it with the National Science Institute. It's just me and some of my weirdo friends hanging out in a shop, doing real cool stuff. Because I've seen you other guys like Photonic and Kyle and that, and some of them are doing some pretty cool stuff. Kyle's a smart guy and he's doing some really cool stuff. And I'm like, I could build that, but I never have time. I never get to build stuff anymore. So I'm gonna build some shit. It's gonna be cool. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So yeah, now you know. Thanks for watching.